course devised to test the two cars is quite long. It's a 9-mile run with some ups, downs, nice long straights and a few cornery bits as well where this car will have to slow down, which should give us a reasonably good average miles per gallon over the run. So let's see which one's best. We're doing the journey in eco mode. We've done this journey once already. We had 27.9 miles per gallon average. We're already up to 16.2. In fact, we're actually at a higher average miles per gallon than we were.
You see, this is probably going to teach me a lesson purely because I never drive in the eco to work or wherever, and after the results of this I probably might even, so it does sound, well, I say sound, but it sometimes feel a little bit more, I won't say not somewhat quite right, but it just feels like a different car.
You're at 19.9. Yep, your average is already higher than it was at the time. So far into the journey in eco mode, Martin's car was beating its previous run, but would that continue? 30.4. 30.3.
I feel like now that I'm the car that's trying to catch the course. It just feels like it's lost that little bit of oof sort of thing. It's as if it's toned everything down, as if that's possible with a 1 litre engine, but it just feels it.
It's holding steady at 30.2. So we've not even got to the main run on this drive, and we're already at a higher average miles per gallon.
There you go, you see.
I'm impressed.
I must say it is probably going to surprise me, this, more than I thought.
Right, it just drops to 29.8, you're in low gear accelerating. It's not a massive thing. The run past Blackmore Foot was proving to be quite good. The mileage was keeping quite high and definitely staying ahead of where it was on the initial run. Still pretty consistent.
Yes, it feels like that Corsa's pulling away all of a sudden, and I'm having to really now struggle to catch him up, which I just find a bit odd as we go straight into some nasty weather.
31.4 average, just hit.
Right. This is the longest technically this car's been in eco ever.
Well, bear in mind that monitoring it last time, you never actually hit 30 miles per gallon in the average at all. It always hovered in the mid-20s once it got going, and this was in the mid-20s before we'd even got up the street.
Right. Well, that is a total change then, isn't it?
Yeah. With the long run before we got into Meltham, the car should pick up miles per gallon quite well, but would it be enough to keep that mileage high as we went through the village itself? 0.2.
Maybe me saying, oh well, this eco, but there's not really any point having it or not using it. It might going to be prove me wrong.
31.4.
Which I actually don't mind if it does prove me wrong. At least it's something that's a bit of a saving, let's say.
Yeah, you could knock your fuel costs down even further.
Yeah.
Just hit 32 miles for an average. 2.1.
So, he hadn't done too bad through the village, and we were now heading out onto the main road, but from here, there's some hills and windy roads to go on.
He's opened the taps up a little bit.
Whoa, 57 horsepower you used at 1.57 horsepower on the wheels. And 32.3 miles per gallon. So there's the current stats.
You see, the thing is, I know this will handle better than that Corsa MPG.
Yeah, but don't forget as well, it's an older car.
Yeah.
That's the last of its generation.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. You've got to remember, I mean, modern technology and everything. Still got is a lot of standing water after all these weekends of rain.
Yep. But this weekend's been particularly dry by comparison.
Compared to what we've had the past 2 weekends, has been shocking. It really has.
Ooh, we hit 33 miles per gallon for an average. Just dropping from there because we're going uphill.
Yeah, because we're going uphill.
Still 32.8.
Taking it steady up the hill. Bending down the hill. Very hard to see out of as well.
The thing now was this was a very varied set of roads, some high speed, some low speed, so a mixture of gears, hills and a few other things to affect the MPG.
Amazing weather this now, the sun's trying to actually get out after that. He was going to show you. That's not my driving, by the way, he just dropped it.
Still not doing too bad. Whole thing's doing quite well.
Better than the weather.
We were now approaching the final parts of the actual journey, so there was a bit of an opportunity to bring the average miles per gallon back up again.
So still at 32.6.
So this is going to be an interesting find, this, with the Eco compared to a normal driving without it on.
It was clear by now that the Fiesta had beaten itself in its conventional mode, but would it be better than the Corsa?
Well, to be fair, we're back round where these speed bumps are.
Yeah. It's still increasing. We've just gone from 32.7 to 32.8. So it's still bringing it round.
Yeah. That is amazing, that. Oh, you know, it's funny you should mention that. I saw that during the week. Yep, and I was not going to realise it was that vehicle until I did the double take and saw on the bonnet where it said the T4 with the striping and all that on it. And then I thought, it is.
It's that one.
And as he passed the music popped into my head, and all I thought was the window going down with the squeaking and all that, and it all came back to me. And I thought, well, it's still running.
I thought that'd been long dead by now.
Yeah, I was amazed to see it. So,
okay, and we're back into the car park, and we're currently at 33.1. 33.2 flashed up to. Yep, 33.2 again.
So that just shows. And my automatic headlights will come on as the sun's come out.
So it was time to do the journey again, this time in Craig's 1.2 Corsa Twin Port SXI Plus.
Right, we don't want Martin's average, that was Martin's average on there, 33.2 that we got on the Eco run, 27 point something on the other run. So reset that, back to 0. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see what it can do.
So we're now doing the 1.2 twin port. This is the SXI, so it's no different to the twin port we did that I did a couple of weeks ago in the last episode, apart from trim level, which I have to say I do like the display downside better, but hey, that's it.
Well, it's an SXI Plus technically, but
okay, but yeah, it's still, it's not, yes. The key thing is it's not that much different to what we had before.
Yeah. Right, so let's go and see what a 14-year-old Corsa can do.
Yep, 1.2 twin port. Let's see what the average miles per gallon are.
I wasn't expecting that much from the car, to be honest. It's 14 years old and there's supposed to be some engine improvements. But
it's not doing too bad. 17.2 so far.
It's quite interesting to find out the difference in generations of cars, of actually how much progress has been made, or hopefully some progress.
Yeah. Have you noticed something? Every time we set off, that's when it starts raining.
At this point, the car was a little bit more than the Fiesta in normal mode and a little bit less in eco mode. But would that continue?
So now we're down to 4p per mile. It's a free car!
Free mileage.
And an average of 26.5.
I wish it was a free mileage.
You do realise that currently its average mileage up to this point is actually better than Martin's in his normal driving mode.
Should we lie to him and say that his is better?
Well, his is a lot better in eco mode.
Right.
In normal mode, you're actually, the actual average at the minute is higher.
This is going to be a bit more of an interesting test than I thought it was going to be.
So the Corsa was better than the Fiesta in normal mode at this point in the journey. But things were about to get really interesting.
He's going to love you.
Oh god. Speaker. Hello? I hate to tell you this.
What's up?
This car's beating you.
This what is?
This car's beating you.
It's beating me.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Edit that bit out.
I don't know what to say on that.
So yeah, we've got an interesting conclusion at the end of this if this carries on the way it's going.
Oh dear. Oh no. This is going to be a decent video, this.
You still want that ST?
Yeah, because I've ragged that about.
I've got a 1.2 twin port if you want to increase your miles per gallon.
What's for sale? Good road, very economical. I can't believe that.
Oh dear.
32.8 at the minute, and we're not even at Meltham yet.
I think that's going to everyone in the eye for this Ford EcoBoost engine, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'd still want an ST, alright. I'd just like a decade it everywhere. Being economical won't come into it. Oh dear, I can't believe that.
Mine, 34.3, 34.4, 34.7.
Things didn't get much better for Martin as we carried on the journey. The miles per gallon still increased as we went along. Things were definitely going to be interesting when we were comparing the two cars.
It's telling you this news gets worse. 35.2. 35.3.
You can hang up in it.
What do you reckon? Should we go to Ford garage with these stats?
To be honest, this is nowhere near what I was expecting. In fact, this is completely the opposite of what I was expecting.
Well, it's baffling thing, I tell you. That's the phone call I expected.
I was expecting in the 20s, but I was expecting low to mid.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's 35.5 now. And we're not, I mean, it'll go down a bit in the next bit as we're going along, but I don't think it's going to drop much.
You can see the average is going to be better anyway now, whatever, can't you?
Yeah, because yours never hit the 35.6.
Yeah. Well, I won't be crying, honestly.
To add insult to injury, the journey through the village of Meltham didn't bring the miles per gallon down at all.
35.36.
You know what, when you rang up, I hate to say this, but when you rang up, I thought you were going to ring up saying, we've just broken down.
Oh, don't say that.
Honestly, I never expected to see you ringing me up. So when I answered the phone, I thought, oh no, Doctor, here we go. It can't happen this. And then you come out with that news. Yeah. I'm not a sore loser.
36.7.
Well, you don't have to keep reading it off.
Well, I'll let you contemplate that.
Well, contemplate and try on to me the touchscreen display, I think. Can't believe that. I'll see you in a few minutes then.
Yep, see you in a bit.
In the fuel station.
Oh dear.
I don't think Martin was particularly impressed with that view.
I was not expecting this.
I don't know what I was expecting. I never bother working out MPG in cars, I just put them up and go.
37.3 at the minute. Now, at this point, I think Martin's was hitting around about 33.
Right.
Yeah, it was hitting about 33, dropping to 32, 33, 32. I think at this point, when we went up the hill here, we dropped to about back down to 31.
Right.
So this is going to be quite interesting. It's actually gone up.
So, the bits where we were expecting mileage to drop, things were actually increasing, but we were at least now heading on the final straight. Pretty soon we'll be able to compare the results directly. Let's see what we get.
I'm not going to show you.
Right.
I'm going to show Martin first.
Right.
Make sure you got the. I'll show you after. So we're now back. Okay, turn your engine off. I'll get that. Do you want to grab that? So it's just direct the microphone towards us. you now. You can be a professional cameraman. Out the car we get. You're killing yourself at the minute. It gets direct there. The big reveal for Martin.
Yeah! No!
40 points.
It's actually gone off the screen, thankfully.
40.3 average miles per gallon.
This is a man who was just spent 16 grand on a Fiesta, wondering why he's just spent 16 grand on a Fiesta.
You sure you've not got 1.5 in there by accident?
No, I have to consider. I have to say that. It's small because the 1 litre engines. No.
I think if you'd have had 125.
I still believe if it had more horsepower, it would have been a bit better. It's not. It's like what I said. It's sluggy. It's missing something. How we know what it's missing? A cylinder.
Now,
I am gobsmacked. I really am.
just to let everybody know, if you really want a economical, fuel-efficient car, don't get a Fiesta. Get a 2006 Vauxhall Corsa C twin port 1.2.
He's absolutely.
Oh dear.